What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I'm making this video, and you see the title of the video. What's the title of the video? This makes beautiful women lazy and entitled, right? And so the reason why I'm making this video is because another content creator made a video called beautiful women are entitled, right? And I, I agree with what she said in her video as far as like what beautiful women are entitled. But I think it goes deeper than just the entitlement that women have. I remember somebody said a long time ago. I read somewhere that somebody said that like beauty is a curse, right? And this used to be, they used to consider beauty a curse like during slavery because an attractive an attractive woman as a slave, right? Like she would, you know what happened to attractive women like as a slave, she would draw a whole bunch of unwanted attention, right? So when and anytime a baby was born, a female slave was born, they used to pray that the baby was not, they used to call beauty a curse. They was like they were that she didn't have the curse of beauty because they knew what would happen to little girls who were pretty, slaves, like the slave master would want to take advantage of those, the pretty girls, right? So they felt like if she was beauty, I mean, if she was, attractive or beautiful, then it would be a curse, right? And I think in a lot of ways nowadays, like beauty is a curse also, right? Because beauty encourages these young ladies to be lazy. And by lazy, what I mean is not physically lazy, but mentally lazy. Because these women, a lot of women, don't take it any further than what their physical appearance is. They rely on the fact that they are attractive and allow their attractiveness to work in their behalf, to get them things and to get their ways, and it do cause a sense of entitlement. So they don't look to try to develop themselves mentally. They don't look to try to better themselves or educate themselves, and they just rely on what it is, like their physical appearance, and hope that can get them by. But not really. A lot of them don't even realize that in the long run their looks are going to fade. And so if you don't develop any other skills, any of other like you don't obtain no wisdom or life skills or anything like that, then at the end of the day, once your physical attractiveness fade, then you left with nothing. All that time that they could have been investing in really seeking wisdom and seeking knowledge, they're just living off of the fact that they are attractive. And nowadays, with BBLs and all these different beauty and these different beauty things that women could do, everybody think that they are, a bad bitch now because of, like I said, all the makeup. You can't really tell like who's who, or what these young ladies look like without the makeup. So it's a situation where everybody is just leaning to beauty and thinking that's all they need to get ahead in life. And it's making these young ladies, like I said, it's making them mentally lazy. They don't want to develop any skills or seek any type of wisdom or knowledge as far as like how to live and move in life, right? So and in my opinion, I think it's a short-sighted, immature approach. And as soon as these people think that, as soon as these young ladies think that they are, they grown, they don't realize or they don't think that they need to like the education, like you learn throughout life. Like you never too old to learn. Like even throughout your whole life, you learning and you're growing. But they think once they get 18, they are of age, they know everything. And then that's where all the problems come in. Age don't necessarily come with wisdom. It comes, wisdom comes like when you seek wisdom. You're not just automatically as you get older, you seek wisdom. And they don't understand that phase where they are at their most attractiveness is a very important phase. That's a phase where they should be learning how to move and to operate in life. And like I said, I just think it's a curse basically. And now with modern technology, everybody is on their phones. People not using their heads no more as far as like trying to, you don't use your brain anymore. Everything is in the palm of your hand, so you don't really have to think. And I think this laziness that's occurring is really doing these young ladies in our society is really doing them a disservice. It really is. They're not trying to gain any type of insight or any knowledge, any life experience or anything. Then you have the women who came before them who's not really mentoring these young ladies and teaching them and showing them the way to that they should move or the way that they should live. And they finding themselves after about like 10 or 15 years of wasting time, they find themselves really in a cold, hard world where they don't have anything to show for that time that they could have been growing and really, bettering themselves. And it's not even all about, in my opinion, it's not even all about trying to like even if you don't have a relationship, like even if these young ladies wind up, they be single and they don't have they still, that's not a lifestyle that they want to live. You still want to be able to grow and learn and be able to take care of yourself without doing things that people find or having that entitled attitude. You have that entitled attitude and it's not going to get you nowhere. It's a false, in my opinion, it's a false sense of confidence. Whereas though I think real confidence is going to come from knowledge that you obtain through your life experience, number one. And then number two, through knowledge that you can obtain from like your mentors, like if you're able to have a mentor. And mentors is somebody that you have to really, sometimes you got to seek out mentors if you want to better yourself. But I just see so many young people these days just rely on what they, their physical abilities, their physical appearance, their physical, their physical beauty. When that physical beauty, like they say, beauty is only skin deep. And after a while, that beauty is going to fade. And then these young ladies wind up not having anything to really to fall back on, and I mean, and it happens to guys too, right? But it happens to guys in a different way. Like take for instance, like if you are if you're like an athlete, right? Some athletes learn how they lean on their physical ability. Athletes lean on their physical ability, and then when that physical ability fade, if they haven't learned how to, for instance, if you're playing basketball, if you haven't learned like how to play basketball like up here, then once that physical ability fade, then you don't have anything to fall back on. And the same thing in life, if you work hard, that's why people say work smarter, not harder. And everybody start out working hard, but while you're working hard because you're young and you have that energy and that stamina and that ability to do that, you want to be able to learn how to work smarter as you go, as you get older. And that's what happened to a lot of these young ladies. They fall into that lazy trap, and they don't really learn anything else besides, to lean on how they look physically, their beauty. And so that's what I just wanted to make this video to respond to to this other young lady who, like I said, she put out a video said that that was saying that beautiful women are entitled. And that's true, but that entitlement, I think I think lazy should be added to that too, because if you don't learn how to think, then you'll be, it's just really going to it's going to damage your future that you have. So with that being said, man, I want everybody to make sure that they like and subscribe to this video. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.